drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey! Ahoy! We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, 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 ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and teddy pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and then we're ready to go. Ahoy! We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. Sideline jokes and post-match tales, all the big goofs and epic fails. We're not so serious and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy! Ahoy! We're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Wasted world of sports, here's to more cheers. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. But it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good.
Wasted world of sports.
But we're here for the jokes and Teddy Pants-less.
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
We're having a good time.
Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy.
But it's all in jest with a laugh and a cheer. We lay down
How is everybody doing? It's so nice to see you all because it's been a little while. Well, it feels like it's been a little while. Hasn't been that long. Nice to have you along anyways. Odd Poppet, ahoy mate. Gamer Mel, ahoy. Channel members in nice and early. Boy, oh boy, I tell ya. I was all geared up to do the doubleheader. I was all geared up to do the doubleheader last night, but yeah, I've got to tell you, I am on struggle street with this cold. I don't even know how many games I'm going to be able to do today. I'm hoping to get through all of them because I intend to do all of them. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'm on the good stuff, so we'll see. We'll see how we go. Mashup ring, ahoy there, mate. Is that what it says? Mashup ring? It's in a really weird font that's very hard to read. Welcome along anyways. Rabbits are tremendous value. I tell you what, there is some fantastic value floating around today. Oh, Mashup King. There we go. That makes more sense. There is some good value floating around this whole weekend, really, but specifically today, I reckon, I've got to say, Odd Poppet, what do you reckon? It could be a day for the Northern Hemisphere. Because I dare say that not only are Ireland very good value against the All Blacks, paying $4, but I reckon that Italy are well worth a shout as well. If the Wallabies dish up what they dished up in the second half last week, forget about it. But anyways, rugby league first. Rabbitohs taking on the Raiders down in Canberra. Now, I can understand why bookies have not been able to split these two teams. I totally get it. The Rabbitohs, they're still suffering from injury concerns, and the Raiders, they found some resemblance of their top form last week. So I get it, especially down in Canberra. But I don't see it being a consistent thing for the Raiders. Like, okay, every time that I talk about luck when it comes to rugby league, you not only have to be good enough, but you also have to have yourself in the positions to take advantage of the luck. I talked about this on Thursday night as well. That Broncos game. We can talk all we want about bad decisions and 50-50 referee calls, and you can talk about that all day long until you're blue in the face. But the fact of the matter is, the team has to be good enough to take advantage of those opportunities still. Whether they should be presented those opportunities or not, that's a whole other conversation. The fact of the matter was, they were handed those opportunities and they took them. So I'm taking nothing away from the Raiders last week, but they were a bit lucky against the Bulldogs. That first try, where the Bulldogs thought they scored, okay, it turns out that they were telling porkies. There was no way that he grounded that ball. And Xavier Savage picks it up and runs the length of the field to score the try, and it was all downhill from there for the Bulldogs against the Raiders. So all I'm saying is I'm not convinced that the Raiders are back. Oh, this is an interesting looking jersey. Obviously, two teams in green. The Rabbitohs have gone for the alternate strip. And the alternate strip is all white under the breast. And it's the traditional red and white stripes. Red and white? Sorry, it's the cold and flu medication that I'm on. Making me loopy. No, actually, we know that I say things that are wrong all the time. Traditional red and green in the Chestal region. It's actually not a bad looking strip. Max Hayes, ahoy mates. Mashup King, just no Latrell. Hey, when Latrell Mitchell comes back, it'll be a different bunnies. Oh, now, before they kick off, I want to have this conversation as the Viking clap is about to commence for the home side, the Raiders. Now, let's talk about my favorite teams for the rest of the regular season. Until finals time, my favorite teams in the competition are going to be the Rabbitohs, going to be the Dolphins, and it's going to be the Cowboys. Any guesses as to why? As the home side, the Raiders out onto the field. Same game multi for this one. Tallis Duncan, Simi Sasungi, Campbell Graham, and Xavier Savage. I have got a good feeling about the SGM for this game. So that traditionally means we're going to get 0 ticks off of it. That's normally what it means. If I'm feeling very positive about it, 0 ticks. And I'm feeling mighty positive about this one. Clint 007, ahoy mate. All right. Kickoff moments away. Was it a false dawn for the Raiders last weekend, or are they indeed back? Let's find out. Game is off and running. Souths with the kickoff. And they bounce it into the end goal. It sits up there for GIO Weeks. But that could have gone absolutely anywhere. Peter Clark, ahoy mate. Watching from the Philippines. Cheers. And salamat for tuning in. The Recorder, ahoy mates. We will be going straight into the All Blacks versus Ireland after this game. Monster O Sugar. Monster Zero Sugar. AJ first try scorer. Souths 13 plus. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy mate. Stay hunky. Ahoy buddy. As fifth and last now for the Raiders. They've navigated their first set. Tarpany will play it on halfway. And it goes back to the Colonel for the kick. He puts it downfield. And common sense prevails there as Johnston was backing up. He allows Dufty coming forward to take it. And the Rabbitohs back in possession. Solid enough first set of 6 there for the Raiders. So just quickly for the rest of the weekend, Rabbitohs, Dolphins, and Cowboys will be my favorite teams for the rest of the regular season. Now, unfortunately, one of those teams is going to have to cop a loss as they play each other tomorrow. Early shift here for the Rabbits. Sending it out to the right edge, and Whiten will play it on the 40. Some enterprising stuff early for the Rabbitohs. Liz Wooton. Welcome to the channel membership over there on YouTube. Kick downfield for GIO Weeks. He takes it on the 10. And a wall of Rabbitohs there to greet him, led by Cody Walker. Will somebody get under Cody Walker's skin this game? Chances are pretty high, isn't it? But yes, a shout out to Liz for joining the channel membership on the YouTube. Very much appreciate it, Liz. Welcome along. I guess the closest thing to that on TikTok is the fan club that I didn't even know that I had, but apparently it's there as the Raiders score themselves 6 again. A ruck infringement on halfway. Owen Paddy catching some lazy markers, and this will be the first opportunity of the game. 35 meters out in front of the posts, and an opportunity at the back end of this set, should they complete it, to get an attacking kick away. JJ, ahoy mate. Yes, this game will be going straight into the All Blacks versus Ireland as Strange fights his way through into the backfield. Offloads for Paddy, and Owen Paddy scores. And this is an early warning sign for the Rabbitohs. Owen Paddy set it up. Owen Paddy finishes it. It was the hooker that got the set restart on halfway. Darting out a dummy half, catching the lazy markers, got the set restart. And here Ethan Strange steps back inside one, beats a second, draws in Dufty at the back, and puts Paddy in under the posts, turning it back inside. Very fitting way to finish. 4 points to 0, kick to come from right in front. It's about to be 6-0. The Colonel's not going to miss from there. Let's just give it to him already. It'll be 6 points to 0 as the try is confirmed. What a start for the home side. Game of Mel, you've gone Dufty, Walker, Ward, Smith, and Murray. That is a lot of try scorers in there, but we've just seen our first try in the opening 4 minutes, so floodgates could well and truly open. It was high scoring last time these two teams met. 36-34, I believe, was the final score. So it could be another high scorer here today. The Colonel from right in front, we've already given the points to him. Mr. One Way, ahoy, mate. Up the Bunnies. Michaela, ahoy there. Up the Raiders. And there you see in the TikTok. Oh, God, I nearly just choked on my own drink. As you can see there in the TikTok chat, Michaela with the ahoy badge next to her name, which I believe is part of the fan club that I didn't even know existed over there. So and cheers to our newest channel member on YouTube, Liz. Very much appreciate you following along. We've got one of the quiet ones, it seems, that doesn't chat, but that's all good. Not everybody's a chatter. As Tarpany brings it back from the kickoff, 10 out from his own line. What a start for the Raiders. Real rugby is on later tonight, Rick. Yes. I can't wait. All Blacks versus Ireland straight after this game. It's going to be a cracker. So for the rugby fans that want to stick around and catch me with the rugby union, that's coming up straight after this game. So do feel free to give a follow. I think it is, on TikTok, and a sub on YouTube as Sanders kicks high, kicks deep, lands it on the 10-meter line for Dufty, and that's a hell of a kick. The Rabbitohs back in possession, 6 points to 0, the Raiders leading. A fantastic start. Stay Hunky says, not the start that I've expected. Come on, boys. And then a little bunny rabbit emoji at the end of it. Just a second, sorry. Okay, apologies for that. It's very, very hot in this studio, but I've turned the aircon off because with this cold and everything and the aircon blowing straight at me, I noticed very quickly I'm starting to get very nasally. As Walker now puts the high ball up, lands it 10 meters out from the Raiders line. Nice take from Weeks at the back. Oh, it was savage. Apologies for that. And he's told to go back to the mark and play it. There is Savage Garden. Sasangi heading across field. Bringing it back in front of the post. Lovely. Ahoy there, mate. Straight after this game, All Blacks versus Ireland. Going to be an absolute cracker. I'm not missing that for the world. Noah Martin carries up outside the red zone. Strange. Dancing around in midfield. Comes back to the right edge. Weeks. Tries to put the fend on. Ultimately surrenders in the tackle. 10 short of halfway here for the Raiders. Fifth and last. Back to the Colonel. He puts the kick downfield. Oh, that's a rough take there for Dufty, but he's done well. And he brings it back 20 meters out in front of his own posts. Rabbitohs in possession. And 1973 G, ahoy, mate. Set restart here for the Rabbitohs. Johnston offloads for Ward. And he, in turn, gives it out for Whiten. 10 short of halfway. They stay down the short side for Feeder. Takes 3 to bring him down on the halfway mark. Slow play the ball. Risking giving away another 6 again. They do. Cheese goes out of dummy half. And then he loses it, the Cheese. Oh, Brendan Smith. He doesn't know what wasted world of sports is. And he also doesn't know how to hold on to the ball. What a let-off for the Raiders. 8 minutes gone, 6-0 to the home side. That was about to be an attacking kick at the back end of that set for the Rabbitohs. They're just slowing things down here. Slowing things down, the Raiders, to feed this scrum. Try scorers for the All Blacks Ireland game. I have gone Dan Sheehan for Ireland, Will Jordan for the All Blacks. I've also thrown in Ireland to cover the line of 11.5 points. And who was the... somebody else I put in. Cam Roigard. Anytime try. As the Raiders now up over halfway. Staying on the left edge. Here's Hudson Young. 40 metres out. They can't bring him to ground, but he also doesn't get a quick play of the ball away. Tarpany out the back for the Colonel. Dummies. Almost goes through. 5th and last. It goes to Weeks, who puts the kick up. That's unusual. Drops it 10 metres out. Savage bats it back. It sits up in midfield. Tarpany now, still 5th and last. Flicks it out the back for Martin. Back in field for Weeks. Do they realise it's still the 5th and last? Raiders put it through the hands. Timoko gets on the outside of Whiten. Flicks it back in field. It's still there. A miracle try here for the Raiders. Wow. What were the Rabbitohs doing defensively there? It was the 5th and last. GIO Weeks put the first kick up. The ball was batted back by Savage. Sits up in midfield for the Raiders. They lose about 20 metres backwards. And the Rabbitohs have just let them play, let them play, let them play. Hudson Young scores over in the left corner. They've gone all the way back outside the 20. And they just kept the ball alive. Hot potato stuff. The Rabbitohs defense, it's numbered up over here on the left. Timoko just absolutely skins Whiten on the outside. The flick back in field to Hudson Young. I can't believe this try. Now, this really is the Raiders of last year. More ass than class, as I like to say. Emor, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Oh, Hudson Young's got the ball down. Some deflated-looking Rabbitohs, and they should look bloody deflated in back play. That was disgraceful. 5th and last, they've allowed the Raiders to bat the ball back from the kick and keep it alive from 20 metres out from the right edge to the left edge, where they've scored in the left corner. Wow, what a rough start. Chris Bradley, ahoy, mate. This is 100% Raiders footy of last year. Things just, they got all the bounces of the footy, didn't they, last year? Oh, as he knocked it on. Hudson Young, no, he scoops it up. That was very, very close, though. I don't think this has been confirmed just yet. Now it's been confirmed. There we go. It has been confirmed now. 10 points to 0. Colonel with the kick from the left sideline. Wow. Now that was Raiders footy. And how many times are we going to see Hudson Young score on the left sideline? Probably not many. Colonel Sanders with the conversion attempt. Oh, that's a shocker. Dead set shocker. Shanks it. He shanks it hardcore out to the right. 10 points to 0. The Raiders tries to Owen Paddy and Hudson Young. One conversion. And the Rabbitohs, a little bit of a shambles at the moment. All Blacks versus Ireland coming up immediately following this game. So if you'd like to stick around and join us for the rugby union, do feel free to follow on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, and whatever it is on Twitch. I think it's a follow as well on Twitch. As we'll go straight from this game into the All Blacks taking on Ireland, an absolute blockbuster there in the Nations Championship. Looking forward to that one. The Rabbitohs, they just need to get their hands on the ball and keep it at the moment. They've asked no questions of this Raiders defense. It's been all green machine to open up. I dare say that they've probably had about 70% possession in the early stages as Hosking goes up over halfway. That's the fifth and last, but they are back in the Rabbitohs half. Sanders puts the high ball up. This is contestable again. Another pressure kick. Lost forward by the Rabbitohs, but was there a disruptor? Yes, there was, says the referee. Jed Stewart. Oh. Ricky's not swinging past Maccas after this game. Jed drops the shoulder in early there on Campbell Graham. And that was a blatant penalty. Michaela, thank you very much for the clap on TikTok. Much appreciated. As the Rabbitohs fine touch, 10 short of the halfway line. Is this the opportunity for them now to get some momentum and get some go forward? Maori boy, ahoy mate. As Kalamatangi, 4 men bring him down on the halfway line. On tackle 2, Cheese for Ward. Over on this right edge, Dufty on for Whiten, who angles back in field. Held up by Ethan Strange. 40 metres out from the line. Totola for Murray in midfield. Nice short ball from Walker, but it's well read by the Raiders defence. They've got a couple of tackles left. And 1973G. Cheers, mate, for joining the channel membership. From the stands, fifth and last, 20 metres out. Ward takes a few steps, puts it high for the right corner, looking for Stretch. Stretch gets up there, but it's well taken by Stewart. Goal line dropout here for the Raiders as Stewart tackled back into the in-goal area. That was better from the Rabbitohs. Matty Colkin, ahoy, mate. Oh, I'm not feeling better, mate, but I appreciate the sentiment anyway. I'm going to try and struggle on through. Goal line restart here for the Raiders. They send it deep. And Totola, the big man. Oh, no, it's Kalamatangi. My apologies. Who rumbles it up. 30 metres out from the line now, the Rabbitohs. Can they hit back? Static ball there from Walker to Totola in midfield. Clarence Markin says, go Rabbits. From Lay, PNG. And they're in the red zone now. South Sydney. Golden opportunity. 15 out from the line. Ward turns it back inside for Totola. Taken down, 5 out from the line. Cheese goes to the right edge. Ward dummies and goes straight through. Ashton Ward. The Rabbitohs have hit back. A try to the halfback. Ashton Ward taking the line on. Now that is a number 7 that is growing into his role and gaining in confidence. Carl, thank you very much for the heart me on TikTok. Cheers, mate. Ah, yes, Matty Colkin, thanks for reminding me, mate. Sir Garfield Sobers. To Sir Garfield Sobers, what a legend. Cheers. Ashton Ward taking the line on. Beautiful work. Rabbitohs hit back. Oh, this has not been confirmed yet. I don't think. Oh, no, he's waiting for a kicking tee. I thought the try hadn't been confirmed yet, but... Brizzy Bronx, ahoy, mate. Do I think Broncos versus Panthers was the upset of the season? Not even close. Not even close, mate. It was the first time, it was pretty much the first time this season the Broncos have been even close to full strength. They are the reigning premiers, and it was wet weather conditions where the Panthers traditionally struggle. If the Broncos had this team available from all the way through the season, they would, they would be playing finals this year rather than their season being over. Ashton Ward, try has been confirmed. The kicking tee is finally out there. And he looks to convert his own try. 15 metres in from touch. He puts it down the middle. Ashton Ward converts his own try. It's the Raiders 10, Ashton Ward 6. And that was a lot better from the Rabbitohs, taking the line on. Clarence Markin says, your channel helped us a lot. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome to know. Cheers, Clarence. "24 minutes left in this opening half. Raiders get us back underway. Kick off deep to this left corner for Cody Walker and Kalamatangi from the back fence. Takes it up to the 20-meter line. And Cody Walker goes in to fill in a dummy half. Where's the cheese? Where's the cheese? Oh, there he is, lurking around in back play. 10 points to 6. The Rabbitohs are back. Cheese out of dummy half. Takes the line on. Moses Hennessy says this hurts as a Bunnies fan. They'll be right. As Big Bad Davey Fafita gets himself into the backfield. Quick play the ball. 5th and last. Ward from 30 out puts the high ball up. Beautifully placed. Weeks spills it back into the end goal. It's called a knock on. A knock on called against GIO Weeks. The home crowd doesn't like it. Rabbitohs are going to get the ball back 10 meters out on the attack. Here they come, the Bunnies. The kick was perfectly placed on the goal line. Just far enough out that Weeks couldn't get his foot back over the goal line to force a 7-tackle set. They've elected to have the scrum here, 10 meters out, 15 in from touch or thereabouts over on the right edge. Here they come, the Rabbitohs. Poor pass from the scrum. But they get away with it. Ewan Aitken will take it. 5 out from the line in midfield. Cheese goes short for Cam Murray. And he runs into Tarpany and Owen Paddy. Still 5 out from the line. Ward out the back for Walker. Dufty's up in the line. Short ball for Tallis Duncan. And he is rocked in the tackle by Xavier Savage. Still 5 meters out here, the Rabbitohs. Totola tries to skip on the outside of Hudson Young. Nothing doing there. Ward. Looper over the top. The ball's deflected off somebody. Referee will call it back. It's off a Raider. Ethan Strange is knocked on. 6 more tackles here for the Rabbitohs. Michaela, yes, my team, the Cronulla Sharks, had themselves a very nervy victory over the Knights. Alex Johnston is standing over here on the left edge, waiting for the ball. He hasn't seen it yet in attack. He's had it taking hit-ups out of territory. He might get it here, though. Rabbitohs lined up to the left. Dufty skips, and he's brought down by the Colonel. 5 meters out. Kalamatangi gets the bumpers up in midfield. Slow play the ball. On a set restart. That's a ruck infringement. Ward turns it back inside for Whiten, angling back in towards the posts. Just a couple of meters out. They stay on this right-hand edge. Fafita drifting sideways. They show him the sideline, and he's tackled just in the field of play. 10 meters out. They've lost 5 here. But a huge line up to the left now as Cameron Murray just goes the settler in midfield. Cheese out of dummy half. But Totola, intercept by the Raiders. Ethan Strange is away. He's up over the halfway mark. Dufty coming at him. Dufty has the pace. Strange steps back in field, gives it to Weeks, and this will be a try in the right corner. GIO Weeks. They've gone the length of the field. Intercept on their own goal line, and the Raiders extend their lead. Now that's a Raiders try if I've ever seen one. GIO Weeks off the Ethan Strange intercept. 14 points to 6, the kick to come. They almost had an intercept a couple of sets before. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's a replay of the previous. This time he gets it right, yes. Dear, oh dear. I tell you what was impressive was the pace of Matt Dufty. But the cool, calm, collected head of Ethan Strange realized he was going to get chased down. So he just slows and waits for GIO Weeks, and there was no stopping him. No stopping him. Fantastic finish there for the Raiders. Cool, calm heads. Nobody panicked. 14 points to 6, the kick to come. Moses Hennessy, you don't understand what a ruck infringement is. Well, it can be any number of things, and I think that's what makes it so frustrating as viewers. It could mean so many different things. A ruck infringement could be just holding the player down in the tackle for slightly too long. It could mean a leg pull as the player's trying to get up and play the ball. It can mean markers not square. Colonel Sanders from the sideline puts this one on target. Oh, the Colonel puts it right down the middle. Whoops. 1 point too many. And the Raiders lead 16 points to 6. 18 and a half minutes to go in this opening 40. They're up for it, the Raiders. They are up for it. This is the Raiders of last year. Unfortunately for the Rabbitohs, and unfortunately for those of us wanting the Broncos season to be over. From the kickoff now, the Raiders still inside their own 20. 16 points to 6. Tries to Owen Paddy, Hudson Young, and now GIO Weeks. Try for the Rabbitohs to Ashton Ward, converted by himself. So the young halfback with all the points so far. Hudson Young. 10 short of halfway. Bent back in the tackle. They stay down the short side here. Strange. Pops it up for Timoko. And Campbell Graham's got hold of him on the halfway line. 5th and last. 50 meters off that set, of course. Thank you, Chris Joyer. Kick downfield. Johnston's under it, and he surrenders as he takes it. 15 out from his own line. I think I'm still ahead. 17 and a half minutes left. My clock has got 16. Yeah, I'm still ahead by a minute somehow. but I'm sure that'll catch up at some stage. As the cheese is off for a break, Cody Walker goes to fill in a dummy half. Not for the first time tonight. Obviously, he had to in that situation. They had nobody out there. Now he's in. The number 17, Jamie Humphries, on the field. Michael, 7862, ahoy, mate. T-Dunk needs the ball as Ward puts the high ball up. He's going to land it again nicely inside the 10-metre line. Jed Stewart goes crossfield, heading back towards the posts, and he's taken down by Humphries. A good kick chase. Lucas says Jai Gray would have caught up and tackled Strange before he passed to Weeks. Oh, well, we will never know now, unfortunately, won't we? Sasangi couldn't get the arms free there to offload. Third tackle for the Raiders. Tarpany back in midfield. Flicks it at the back for Weeks. Sasangi goes again. Flicks it back in field. Now that one's been dropped forward, surely. No, batted back by the Rabbitohs, says the referee. It's 6 more tackles for the Raiders. Tarpany takes it up the middle. 35 metres out. The Raiders go on the attack again. Rabbitohs under immense pressure here. Mariota just shy of the 20-metre line. Oh, they've got to hold on here, Souths. 10 points, the difference already. Hosking. Well tackled by Fafita. Paddy out of dummy half. 5 out. Links up with Noah Martin. Martin's got the power over Cody Walker, and he gets the ball down. One-on-one tackle. Noah Martin versus Cody Walker, and he's absolutely steamrolled him. 20 points to 6 with the kick to come. Oh, Cody is not going to want to see this on replay. Noah Martin, one-on-one with Cody Walker. He slowed him down until some backup arrived, but it was too late. Try right beside the posts. 20 points to 6, the kick to come. And this is, oh boy. This is not looking good for the Rabbitohs. The Brisbane Broncos, they need not only to win all their remaining games, but they need one of the Rabbitohs, Dolphins, or Cowboys to lose 4 of their remaining games just to get level with them on points. It comes down to 4 and against then, so if this continues on the way it's going, this could make the Rabbitohs susceptible. The Canberra Raiders, though, boy, last year's minor premiers, they just haven't clicked into gear this season so far, but the past couple of weeks, wow, they've really turned it on. Stay hunky, says bunnies are done. Chopper, ahoy, mate. 10 metres to the right of the posts. The Colonel. A simple conversion. He moves in, takes his time with it, pops it over. 22 points to 6. This is a comfy lead now for the home side. Comfy lead. Wow. I told you, didn't I? There'll be no ticks off the multi today for me. I was feeling so positive about it. I'm like, Tallis Duncan, Simi Sasangi, Campbell Graham, Xavier Savage, they're all 4 are such perennial try scorers. All of them. Perennial try-scoring machines. But I also said I'm feeling so positive about it, you know that it's going to... Whenever I get a same-game multi-up, it's usually one that I just throw together with zero thought that I think has no chance. And it's looking like that will be the case again here today. 13 and a half minutes to go until the halftime break. An early kick here from Sanders inside the 40. Oh, don't tell me he's going to pull off a 40-20, the Colonel. Ethan Sanders on tackle 4, kicks early, catches the Rabbitohs napping. Nobody was back for the kick, and he lands it a metre out from the goal line. The Raiders, are they about to pile on some more misery? Here they come. It's Big Red Corey Horsburgh on the field. 5 out from the line. Sanders turns it back inside. Hudson Young. He wants a double. 12 and a half to go until the halftime break. Horsburgh in at first receiver. Sanders for Weeks. Gets into the backfield. Weeks and scores. Weeks gets a double. He steps inside his man. The Rabbitohs defense, they overread him on the outside. Weeks steps back in field and he's got the pace. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster for the Rabbitohs. A couple of tackles off the 40-20. Dear, oh dear. $26-6. Kick to come. Try confirm. That was a nice, easy one. Repetti, Pavel, ahoy, mate. You're back in the Irish tonight. Back in the Irish to create history. Oh, hello. GIO Weeks had his pants pulled down. He's having a good giggle about it, as we are too. 11 minutes to go until the halftime break. It's 26-6 with the kick to come. It could very well be over already. This could be game over by halftime. Dear, oh dear. Rabbitohs. For the love of God, can somebody please just end the Broncos season? Sanders puts another one on target. The Colonel converts. It's 28-6. GIO Weeks gets a double. Chris Joyo, you've got Sasungi, Savage, and Johnston to score a combined 3 tries. Oh, I like that one. I do like that one. Well, I would have liked it at the start of the game. Back underway. Raiders. Here's Papali'i. Big Papa takes it up to the 20. I tell you what. Fascinating game so far. Will we see a game of 2 halves? Can the Rabbitohs fight back in the second? Still 10 minutes to go in this one, though. As they cut out Horsburgh out to the left. Timoko fights his way up to halfway. Here's Horsburgh. Into the Rabbitohs half. Big Red still going. He's tripped up by Fafita. 5th and last 47-meter gain. That's set. Sanders puts the high ball up. Waiting for it here. Oh, they've made a mess of it. The Rabbitohs have made an absolute mess of this one. 10 meters out from their own line. They've coughed the ball up. Campbell Graham spills the high ball. And here they come again, the Raiders. 10 meters out from his own line. Campbell Graham, he was never comfortable under that. At no stage was he comfy under that high ball. And here they come again. 9 minutes until the break. They're having the scrum in midfield. Options left and right. Urix Lad, ahoy, mate. Here they come to the right. Sasungi. Taken by Cody Walker. 10 out from the line. Huge shape to the left. But it goes for Hosking. 10 out in midfield. Just the settler. Back to where the scrum was. Sanders turns it inside for Young. Bumps off the first tackle. Still 10 out from the line here. Paddy goes short for Hosking. Hosking loses it. It's lost backwards, says the referee. Hudson Young plays on. And he fights his way to the right upright, centimetres away. Paddy fires it out the back for Sanders. Floater over the top for Savage. Beats the first tackle. Spins out of the second. Savage plants it down in the corner. Oh, he's bounced it. It's going up as a try. I think Xavier Savage has bounced this ball, though. He doesn't look confident. Oh, he should have been tackled. He ducks through the first tackle, spins out of the second, had no right to score this. The Rabbitohs had him well and truly numbered up. He shrugs off Alex Johnston, stays in the field of play, spins back inside Tallis Duncan, and somehow reaches. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost it. He's lost it, though. He has grounded it, but he's bobbled the ball, loses it into the hand of Cody Walker. Cody Walker, I think, has saved the day here. Remember, though, this has gone up as a try. This has gone up as a try. Cody Walker knocks the ball loose. It comes away from the hand, but he does regather it. And he plants it down. I think this is a try. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give this to him. Xavier Savage, I believe, has scored. He does lose the ball. He does bobble it. He looks to have regathered it. It's gone up as a try. I don't think this can be overturned. It's not confirmed yet. I'm giving it to him. They're going to have a look. Oh, here we go. Are you kidding me? I thought they were already looking at it in the bunker. Okay. Cody Walker's left hand here could be all that saves the Rabbitohs. It's going to get taken off. It's going to get taken away. No try to Xavier Savage. And it stays 28 points to 6. Oh, just a cheeky little touch on the back of the hand of Cody Walker, who came across for the try saver. And it's Cody Walker who will feed the scrum. 8.5 minutes to go until the halftime break. Can the Rabbitohs use that as a little bit of momentum to turn things around here? 28 points to 6. Campbell Graham straight through. Oh, he's been taken around the chin by Ethan Strange. That's got to be a penalty. It is. Campbell Graham with the line break and gets the penalty on halfway. If they can strike before the break. If they can hit before the halftime break, 28 points to 12 suddenly doesn't look so bad. It's still not great, of course, but it suddenly doesn't look quite as bad. They only find touch 40 meters out, but still an attacking kick at the back end of this set should they get there. Kalamatangi rumbles it up the middle. He found the smallest player of the defensive line in Owen Paddy and tried to bulldoze him. Ward for Dufty. Dufty takes the line on. He's brought to ground 10 meters out. Robert M, cheers, mate, for renewing the channel membership. As Davey Fafita, a meter out. Over on that right edge, Ward will bring it back into midfield. Murray for Walker. The double pump for Duncan. Feeds it to Alex Johnston. Johnston has the ball stripped away by Xavier Savage. Now, Cody Walker's dived on it in the in-goal. It's going up as no try. Cody Walker has dived on the loose ball in the in-goal. This ball has been stripped away from Alex Johnston by Savage. It'll be interesting to call the call here. Savage knocks the ball out. Does Johnston get another touch? Are they even going to call this a strip or just part of the tackling motion? They're going to call it part of the tackle. They're not calling this a strip. They're calling it just part of the tackle. And it'll be a knock-on against Alex Johnston. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what part of a hand flicking a ball up like that is not a stripping action. 7 minutes left until the break. Scrum down here for the Raiders. 10 out from their own line. The Colonel feeds it. And Timoko takes the hit up. 28 points to 6. Chris Bradley says all the refs need sacking. Oh, especially every single participant in the officiating team from Thursday night. That was one of the most atrocious. Anyway, Hudson Young. Tackle 10 short of halfway. Can the Raiders strike again before the break? Out to the right they go. Sasangi in and away on Duncan. He goes with him and brings him down just a couple of meters in from touch. Fifth and last. Sanders puts the high ball up. Flying through is Savage, putting pressure on Dufty, who does well to take it. 5 out from his own line there, Dufty. Oh, that's a huge hit. Owen, Paddy, and Papali'i putting the hit on Campbell Graham, who has not had a pleasant evening. Or afternoon, I should say. Bengal Power says, man, NRL refereeing has to be the worst in all sports. Down the short side, Cody Walker put on his back in a 3-man tackle. Fifth and last. 39 meters gained. They stay short side. Humphreys kicks out a dummy half, and he puts it way too deep, but Stedding, bounces back. Oh, nice. I take it all back, Jamie Humphreys. It bounces 2 meters in from the dead ball line. You thought for all money it was going into row 10, but it bounces back and stays in the field of play. 5.5 until the break. Lucas reckons that FIFA has had worse officiating. As Sasangi gets on the outside of Alex Johnston. He's brought down by Walker and Duncan. 10 short of the halfway line. Horsburgh gets the bumpers up in midfield. Big Red. Broncos bound. Big Red from the whispers I hear. Fifth and last. Paddy gives it to the Colonel. Sanders puts it high. Dufty under it, takes it well as he drops to the deck. 20 meters out from their own end here. Coco Fatty Cho says 34 points and not a single tick. This must be rigged. Especially when I've gone for, like I said, perennial try scorers. I mean, it's not like Tallis Duncan, Simi Sisangi, Campbell Graham and Xavier Savage have never scored a try all season. You know what I mean? It's been a crazy old game. Walker on for Dufty. Puts the left foot step on, but they're able to bring him down. Fifth and last, 40 out from the line. Aitken dinks it in over the top. A grubber kick, bounces up for Weeks at the back. And Kyo Weeks is able to bring it back 15 meters out. They drag him back, though. Back to the 10-meter line. Strange out of dummy half. Had nobody to pass to on the left. So he comes back in field. The Raiders just playing down the clock here till the halftime break. Happy with the 28 points to 6 lead, and why wouldn't they be? The Rabbitohs might get one more set of 6, and they'll get the set of 6. Oh, knocked backwards, says the referee. They'll get the set of 6 with about 3 minutes left on the clock for this opening half, so they'll get themselves another opportunity as Sanders puts the kick downfield. Oh, it's allowed to bounce, and it bounces in behind Dufty. Angles towards the sideline. He has to drop it back in the field of play. Gives a risky ball to Campbell Graham. And everything is coming up Millhouse for the Raiders. That was nearly a miraculous 40-20. I'm just wondering if there's a breeze at the back of the Raiders in this first half. It does make a difference. It does make a difference. Humphreys for Murray, who's been very quiet tonight. Ward drops it off for Fafita. Turns into the defense. Looks to offload, but he spills it. It's gone backwards, thank Christ. And still there for the Rabbitohs. 10 short of halfway. That's the last thing the Rabbitohs need this half, is to spill the ball off a nonsense, unnecessary offload. 5th and last on halfway. Ward puts the kick downfield. 10 out from the line. Weeks is under it, and he takes it nicely again. He's able to drift across field and come back to the 20. 2 minutes until the break. And it looks like this is going to be the halftime score. 28 points to 6. The Raiders, ever since that intercept, it's been one-way traffic, and it was already pretty rough going for the Rabbitohs at that point. But the intercept pretty much just put the nail in, and they're going to need a huge second half. 5th and last here. The kick downfield taken on the full by Dufty. And he brings it back. Beats the tackle. Brought down from behind by Owen Paddy. Desperate tackle had to be made, but the kick return is a solid one. Johnston now to the halfway line. And this is good field position to end the half. Can the Rabbitohs get themselves within an attacking kick and try and take some points into the break? 40 out from the line. Kalamatangi shuffles it on for Murray. Gets tangled up in behind his own man there. Has to surrender or give away a penalty for obstruction. 2 tackles left. Ward from Cody. Flicks it out the back. Cody Walker. It's been knocked on. Knocked on first by the Raiders. Perhaps it doesn't matter. There's only 30 seconds left. Dear, oh dear. Game of Mel. Is this the only NRL game I'm streaming tonight? I do believe so, yes. Because obviously well, first and foremost, I'm battling sickness, so I don't even know what state I'm going to be in after the All Blacks game. I had thought about doing the Bulldogs Tigers game instead of the rugby, but we'll see. We'll see. Scrum down for the Rabbitohs. Dufty puts the kick in. Weeks is there to cover it off, and it's gone dead anyway by about 5 meters. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Wayne Bennett needs to tear them to shreds at the halftime break. I swear to God. What was that? 30 seconds until the halftime break, and you get a scrum 30 meters out. So what does Dufty do? He puts a kick through in behind the line, playing an opposition who has probably the fastest fullback in the entire competition. And then he kicks it dead by 5 meters anyway, for what would have been a 7-tackle set if there was time remaining. Can someone explain that to me? I'll tell you what, I would do terrible as a coach. I would be a horrible coach because I would just be like, as soon as they were, I'd be waiting. I would be waiting inside the dressing room door for Matt Duffy and be like, what the hell was that? Well, I wouldn't hit him because he'd probably kick my ass, but we have seen coaches slap players before, though, haven't we? We've seen that happen. Chris Bradley says the way it's going, the refs will make sure the Donkeys win all their remaining games. Well, the beautiful thing, Chris Bradley, the beautiful thing is that even if the Broncos do go on and win all their remaining games, chances are they still don't make the 8. They still need things to go their way. They need... So, not only do the Broncos have to win every single remaining game, they also need one of the Rabbitohs, Dolphins, and Cowboys to lose 4, at least, of their remaining games just to get equal with them. So then it comes down to for and against. The Broncos for and against at the moment is atrocious. I think they're in the minus hundreds. They've got one of the worst for and against in the competition. So even if they get equal with somebody, chances are they won't jump above them. Sorry. I apologize. Yeah. Excuse me. Still battling this cold. Yeah, so even if the Broncos win all their games, they still need other things to go their way. The Bulldogs would be in a very similar position. Bulldogs would be in a very similar position. They would need the Rabbitohs, Dolphins, or Cowboys to lose not as many, because I think the Bulldogs at the moment are ahead of the Broncos, are they not? So the Bulldogs probably only need them to lose 3 out of their remaining games to have a chance to get equal with them on points if they're a couple of points ahead of the Broncos. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. I've only done the maths over the Broncos. Excuse me. I've only done the maths over the Broncos because they're the team I really, really, really don't want to make the finals. So I've focused a lot on it. Now, Chris and everyone else, the beautiful thing is that even if one of the Rabbitohs, Dolphins, or Cowboys do go on and lose 4 or more of their remaining games, so even if that does happen, the Broncos still need Manly to lose a minimum of 3 of their remaining games. They also need the Raiders, who are above them on the table, to not go on a run. Because if the Raiders win their remaining games, they stay ahead of the Broncos and take 8th spot. And they also, of course, need the Bulldogs and other teams surrounding them to not win constantly as well. So, yeah, even if the Broncos win all their remaining games, chances are they still don't make the 8 because there's so much else that needs to happen as well. So, I mean, that being said, let's be realistic. They're not winning all the games anyway, so it's rather an irrelevant conversation. But I'm just saying, should they do that? Should they win all their remaining games? There's still very little chance that they actually make the 8. They need a lot of other stuff to also go their way as well. Billy Willie, ahoy mate. What's my favourite team? Unfortunately, I go for the Sharks. I know that saying unfortunately is a bit of a weird thing to say when my team's in the top 4 at the moment. But, yeah, I don't think the Sharks have got a good squad. They've got a competitive team. I just don't think that the Sharks have the team at the moment to compete for the premiership. They'll constantly get to the finals, and they'll probably make the prelims again this year if they're lucky enough. But yeah, I don't think that they've got the team to take that extra step. I don't think Nico is the guy to be wearing the number 7. Bud Sidewinder says Wayne's pretty much doing that every game. South's the most bipolar team I can remember. $28-6 at the halftime break in favor of the home side, the Canberra Raiders. Okay, so here was my same game multi. Tallis Duncan, Simi Sasungi, Campbell Graham, Xavier Savage. If I told you at the start of the game, which I did, if I said that at the start of the game, you would go, surely the poor son of a bitch is getting at least 2 out of the 4 legs in this one. At halftime, 2 tries to Kyo Weeks, Owen Paddy, Hudson Young, and Noah Martin for the Raiders, and just the single try to Ashton Ward for the Rabbitohs. 0 ticks off the multi. Unbelievable. 28 points, 2-6 at the halftime break. Clint 007, you're like 0 from 6 on multis today. I've even fallen apart on my tennis multis. I've talked about it a few times on stream. Oh, Peter Bosch. Cheers, mates. A super chat on YouTube to keep the lights on. Appreciate it, buddy. King Glocks Bigger. Ahoy, mate. Michaela says, my partner's team, the Bulldogs, are playing his son's team, the Tigers. That should be fun. Should be fun in your household this evening as the Bulldogs take on the Tigers. Just quietly, Michaela, I've got the Bulldogs winning that one. So I've got the Wars winning next, and I've got the Bulldogs winning against the Tigers later on. But then my tips have been atrocious this year, so... Oh, they live in separate houses. Sorry. I mean, sorry for me assuming things. Kotu, ahoy, mate. Yes, up the Waz. Clint 007, you haven't had any ads. Yeah, well, the YouTube ads are a bit weird. So, if you're a channel member, you get less ads. Period. That's just the way that it goes. If you're a YouTube premium member, you get no ads. And it just decides to put them in whenever it decides to put them in. I have no control over it. I could have control over it, but it just means one extra thing for me to have to worry about throughout the course of a stream. And you know how bad I am with... you know how bad I am with keeping the game clock at the right time, for crying out loud. Imagine if I had to, like, place ads in. Even though it does make sense. It does make a lot more sense that I would pick and choose where to drop them in. Breaks in play, half-time, like it is now, for example. But yeah, just an extra thing for me to have to do. Anyway, we're hoping to get the... it'd be really, really nice if I were able to bring Jamie on. We know Jamie, the Titans guy, my mate, the Titans supporter. It'd be really nice to bring him in as a full-time producer. So every single game, he's... yeah, we've got our own Jamie, like the Joe Rogan show. Nate says Storm have a couple of hard matchups to get into the 8. Yeah, I think, honestly, I was thinking about this as I was getting ready for the stream today. I don't think I've seen Craig Bellamy just so, like, in the presser. And granted, I didn't watch the entire press conference, but in the presser last night, he was so just, he applauded the effort that they put in. And I don't, the Craig Bellamy that I know, there's no way that he would have been pleased with that performance. It's just interesting. It's almost, where I'm going with this is it almost feels like a coach that is resigned to the fate of his team missing the top 8. Sorry, Gamer Mel. It seems like a coach who's just resigned to the fact that it's just not happening this year. They've had too many injuries. Billy Willie, we do our Waste of Water Sports tipping through the official NRL website. And I didn't worry about fantasy this year. Didn't worry about fantasy this year because I've started my own business and it takes a lot of focus. Yeah. I tell you what, if anyone thought that just working a normal schlub 9 to 5 was hard work, start your own business. Yeah, I don't regret it, but yeah, wow. Anyways, Talon, thank you very much for the 20 roses over there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Waste of World of Sports, of course, live each and every weekend on YouTube primarily, but also on TikTok, also on Twitch, following Rugby League, Rugby Union. It don't matter. I love them both. I'm a fan of both codes. So, feel free to subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, follow on Twitch if you'd like to hang out with us every weekend here on the Wasted World of Sports. We've got coming up immediately following this game, the All Blacks are taking on Ireland, an absolute blockbuster in the Rugby Union Nations Championship. Talon says, what are your tips for the rest of the week? Was to beat the Dragons. I've got the Bulldogs beating the Tigers. I've got Manly very, very unconfidently beating the Titans. And I've got the Cowboys beating the Dolphins. Because Tom Dearden's back this week, so Tommy Dearden back for the Cowboys. What a big in. And the Wars to beat the Dragons by about 700. Teams out for the second half. I better have myself a quick toilet break and be right back. Oh, God, I missed the kickoff. Second half off and running. Rabbitohs have first use of it. I got so caught up talking that, and I enjoyed our chats, by the way, but I got so caught up talking, I didn't have a chance to pop out for my halftime whiz. But anyways, we snuck it in. Here we go. Adam Sweets, ahoy, mate. Straight up the middle goes Big Bad Davey Fafita. 10 short of halfway. Adam Sweets, you keep missing most of the commentary. Your wife is totally to blame. Yeah, well, that's your fault for getting married. Sorry, no. I'm only joking, of course. I'm only kidding. Fifth and last for the Rabbitohs on halfway. The kick downfield. Backing up for it is Weeks. Takes it on the full. 10 out from his own line. ARW, ahoy, mate. No Will Warbrick for the Kiwis or first half of the Warriors season next year. Oh, that's right. Will Warbrick was off to the Wars, wasn't he? Oh, well, I think they've still got plenty of troops. Big tackle here on Savage. Tallis Duncan, Cody Walker, and a third player that I didn't quite see picked him up and dragged him backwards 10 meters. Oh, the Rabbitohs, they've been given the rocket at halftime. Fifth and last, 15 meters. That's it. 15. That's it from the Raiders. Sanders kicks downfield. Campbell Graham lets it bounce, and it bounces 10 out from the line. Sanders has saved the day there. The Colonel for the home side. Bengal Power says Waz don't even need any wingers. They have too many. And as far as I understand too, I might have missed a news update or two in recent weeks, but as far as I was aware, they were throwing feelers out for Jesse Arthurs as well. And I was like, this has got to be fake news because they've got too many wingers as it is. A shift now for Whiten to step back in field. Whiten bends the line and he's brought down fifth and last 20 meters out. Ward puts the high ball up, kicking across field for Graham. It's too heavy. Oh, it's just in the field of play. Weeks does well to get back into the field of play. Offloads for Hudson Young. And the Raiders have it a meter out from their own line. I thought he had caught it in the in-goal. But Weeks was called in the field of play. Lewis Carrillo. Do I think that this game will go over 60 points? New to watching rugby. Well, welcome along, Lewis, first and foremost. Will this game go over 60? Well, yeah, okay. Well, there was 34 points in the first half, and there was only one team scoring. So this is certainly a game that could end up over 60. It was last time these two teams played. As the kick is allowed to bounce again, it sits up for Graham. And Graham spins away from the first tackle of Sasangi, but they stay with him. Regan, ahoy, mate. Who do I think gets the Dally M? Well, Nathan Cleary is surely streets ahead at the moment, but if the NRL have it their way, conspiracy theory Jones here, old tinfoil hat Dan says Nathan Cleary should be streets ahead, but don't be surprised if Reece Walsh wins it. Because if the NRL had it their way, Reece Walsh would win everything. He is the poster boy. Let's not forget. Kalamatangi plays it on halfway, fifth and last. The high ball is put up, flying through to put pressure on Stewart. He takes it well on the 20-meter line. Raiders back in possession. Weeks at first receiver, shuffles it on for Savage. And good leg drive there from Xavier Savage. Brings it outside the 30. Remember, we've got All Blacks taking on Ireland immediately following this game. Owen Paddy kicks early, kicks from inside the 40. This is a huge effort. Bounces 10 out from the line. Dufty goes back for it. And they've turned the Rabbitohs around again with their kicking game. First it was the Colonel, and this time it was Owen Paddy. Big kicks, getting themselves out of trouble. Campbell Graham, slow to get up and play it. Here's Whiten. Gets another 10 meters. Humphreys on from Murray. Now, quick hands from Ward out to Walker. Steps inside Savage. Savage holds on, so Walker offloads back in field. That's tackle 4. The Rabbitohs up over halfway. Kalamatangi. I Oh, he's lost the ball. Keon Kalamatangi. The ball spills free, and Hosking comes away with it for the Raiders on 0 tackle. Oh, tackle 1. Okay, well, if it wasn't called a knock on, let's have a look at how this ball's come out. And now the Raiders cough it up, and the Rabbitohs are back in possession. Humphreys now was tackled early out of dummy half, surely, and it's a 6 again for the Rabbitohs. Well, the officials have lost all control of this, and it's disintegrated into a mess anyway. Ewan Aitken, 20 out from the line. Kalamatangi gets away with his earlier mistake. 10 meters out. Oh, don't you dare, KO Sports, drop out on me. Ward with the inside ball, well collected by Fafita. Keeps it alive, flicks it over the top for Dufty. 10 meters out. Ward back in field. Kalamatangi stumbles as he takes it. 5th and last now, 5 meters out from the line. Ward for Walker. Cut out pass left for Alex Johnston. And AJ scores. Alex Johnston gets over in the corner. 28 points to 10. Kick to come. Crucially here, the Rabbitohs have struck first in the second half. Boy, did they need to. Ashton Ward on for Cody Walker. Corey Horsburgh screaming for a forward pass. The try has been confirmed, so no luck there, Big Red. $28 points to 10. The kick to come from out wide. Two ticks out of 6 for Gamer Mel. Still 0 for me. 8 minutes gone in the second half. 28 points to 10. Crucial try for the Rabbitohs. Absolutely critical. Ashton Ward, 2 meters in from touch, over on this left edge. Favoured side for a right foot kicker. Oh, it starts out to the right, but it bends back, and it just sneaks in. Ashton Ward just sneaks it in. That right hand upright. It's 28 points to 12. 9 minutes gone in the second half. Oh, do you dare to dream, Rabbitohs supporters? Do you dare to dream? Alex Johnston, another try, like he needed another one. Give it to one of my guys. Huh? How does that sound? Give it to one of my try scorers. Raiders get us back underway, and Kalamatangi from the back fence, Big Keon. 10 out from his own line. Moses Hennessy says, let's go, Wardy. Very impressed with that conversion. Bloody KO Sports. Worst service, I swear to God. Now, there'll be no chance that KO Sports ever sponsor me. Penalty here to the Rabbitohs. And Fafita's up in the face of Hudson Young, letting him know about it as well. Oh, big bad Davey Fafita's fired up. That's bad news for the Raiders' defense. A piggyback upfield. Ward finds... Pull your pants up, Hudson. Ward finds touch on halfway. And here they come again now, the Rabbitohs. If they could go back-to-back. Kalamatangi takes on Big Papa, and Noah Martin not afraid to take on the biggest guys in prison, so to speak. I'm not suggesting that they've been in prison. Murray goes straight through. He's into the backfield. Cameron Murray slides over. The Rabbitohs have gone back-to-back. And now, oh, it's well and truly game on. Cameron Murray with the clean line break. GIO Weeks, he was over on the left edge for some reason. And Murray's able to slide over beside the post. They've gone back-to-back, the Bunnies. (28-16) kick to come. Surely this one's converted from right beside the posts. We're about to have a 10-point ball game. Well, it's a little bit further out than I first realised. Cameron Murray sort of started to angle out to the right. He's midway from the touchline to the posts. So certainly not a gimme, but also shouldn't be a difficult one. Cameron Murray gets himself across. Urix Lad on Twitch posted in the first half. Will AJ get a try, you think? Well, I hope that you backed that one in, Urix Lad, because ultimately he did. Ashton Ward, 2 from 2 today. Midway between the touchline and the posts. Puts it on target. Ashton Ward kicks another. 28 points to 18. And with 29 minutes still to play, they are well and truly back into this contest. The Rabbitohs go back-to-back to start the second half. Moses Hennessy says, if the Bunnies win, I'll shave my eyebrows. We'll hold you to that. Let's not forget Wasted World of Sports. My offer still stands, or not offer, but my thing still stands. If the Raiders win the premiership, I will shave my head. I said that last year when they got the minor premiership. I said that they might have got the minor premiership, but honestly, I thought they were no hope of actually winning. But, yeah, so I'll go again this season. If the Raiders win the premiership, I shave my head. 10 short of halfway. Humphreys plays it quickly. Fafita charging into contact. Big bad Davey Fafita, 40 metres out, 5th and last. Here they come again. Ashton Ward puts the high ball up. Rabbitohs are flying through. Pressure on Stewart. Oh, has he been contacted in the air? Yes, he has. Penalty to the Raiders. It's been an unhappy night for Campbell Graham. And he's got the kick chase a little wrong there, taking out the legs of Jed Stewart. He just got the kick chase a little wrong there, Stretch. Oh, boos. There's boos ringing out across the stadium as the Prime Minister wanders off into the membership stand for more drinks, probably. As Hudson Young now takes it up off the back of that penalty. Raiders up to the 40-metre line. Big Red goes to ground. And, here's Dane Laurie on the field. Fresh legs, gets the quick play the ball away. Here come the Raiders now. Martin down the right edge for Sasangi. And it's been spilt by Xavier Savage. He's dropped it cold. Yep, that's my fault. Because I put him in my multi. So he's going to suck. He's dropped it cold there, Xavier Savage. Frustration for the Raiders, but a big let-off here for the Rabbitohs. They'll have the scrum in midfield, 25 metres out. 25 out from their own line, that is. My apologies. Down their own end of the field. Still 26 minutes left to play. Plenty of time left to overhaul 10 points. Matty Colkin, what time is the All Blacks game? It's in 40 minutes. 40 minutes. As Campbell Graham tackle 10 short of the halfway line. Totola winds up and takes it into the Raiders half. Oh, the Raiders, a 50% completion rate in the second half. Sums up the way this game's going. Duncan can't get on the outside of Sasangi. Well tackled. But we've got the referee's whistle blown. Someone's down in back play. It's Hudson Young. Oh, Hudson Young would be a huge out for the Raiders. Oh, he's done. Hudson's done. The trainer calling for the replacement. Hudson Young is done for the night. Oh, that's big. That is big. Hudson Young's done his calf. He's been assisted off by the trainer. Big Papa showing a lot of concern as well. All I can say is I know that this is... I hope that he'll be all good and recover quickly, but I'm just glad that this happened after State of Origin. Hudson Young being taken off by two trainers. Cannot put weight on that left leg. He just dropped him back play. Nothing. There was no contact or anything. His calf just went. He just dropped him back play. Here we go. The Rabbitohs now back on the attack. Yeah, catch you later, Matty Colkin. Enjoy the game, mate. Ashton Ward puts the high ball up. Flying through to put pressure on. Stewart takes it well again. Oh, Jed Stewart. Fantastic work under the high ball. Okay, maybe Macca's is back on. The trip to Macca's after the game is back on, Jed. Dad'll be happy. 3 tackles gone, though. The Raiders doing it tough here. This set of 6, Savage brings it just outside the red zone. Noah Martin taken down on the 5th and last. 28 meters gained off that set. Big kick needed. Sanders puts it high. Not as much distance on this one. Taken by Graham. 30 meters out from his own line. Gives it to Dufty. Can't get on the outside of Sasangi. But they're 10 short of halfway here. Graham takes it up to the 50-meter line. Slow play the ball to Tola. 40 meters out from the Raiders line. Tola just rumbles it up the middle. Plenty of time left in this game. 24 minutes. Walker out the back for Dufty on that left edge. Held up by Noah Martin, and the Colonel's in there as well. Cheese back on the field. 2 tackles left. Walker for Humphreys. 5th and last for the Rabbitohs. Here's Ward. Takes the ball at pace. Out the back for Walker. Grubbers in behind the line. Whiten was taken out. Weeks slides across and takes a dead in goal. It'll be a goal line dropout. Do they clear that contact on Jack Whiten? They have cleared the contact on Jack Whiten. Cody Walker puts the grubber kick in. Whiten was bumped off by Timoko quite blatantly. Quite blatantly. They should get the ball back anyway, the Rabbitohs. I say should. And they will. The Raiders go deep with the restart. Sanders bounces it up to the halfway line. And the Rabbitohs do get it back. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mate. Monty is shouting me a party. Very nice. I will party hard for Ollie, Reed, and Monty in the All Blacks Island game coming up immediately following this one in about half hour's time. As Humphreys now left for Walker. Short ball for Aitken. The Raiders' defense is numbered up. 10 meters out from the line. 2 tackles left. They stay short side. No. Cheese turns it back in for Walker. Fires it over into midfield for Totola. Quick hands to nobody from Ward. Bounces up onto the chest of Jed Stewart. And Jed Stewart will run away and score. The Raiders get their second length of the field intercept try. Is that the one that breaks the back? of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It was a clean intercept in the first half. This one wasn't as clean. It was a loose pass out the back, bounces straight into the chest of Jed Stewart. And he has the pace to go all the way. A second length of the field almost intercept try. It wasn't your conventional intercept, but I'm sure it still counts as one. Jed Stewart. Oh, Maccas is well and truly back on, Jed. Maccas well and truly back on. Daddy will be happy. 32-18, kick to come from right in front of the post for the Colonel. Souths, they were almost back. They were almost back into this contest. And a loose pass out the back. Oh, still a quarter of the game to go. So there's still time. But the intercept was the turning point in the first half. Will that be the turning point of the second half as well? Will that be the dagger that ends the fight of the rabbit? Sanders from right in front to make it 34 points to 18. And suddenly a very, very comfy lead here for the home side. He's taking his time with it. Pops it over. 34-18. Jacko, you just need Tallis Duncan. Oh, the short ball. Ashton Ward, he was caught in two minds. Do I go short to the rampaging David Fafita, or do I go out the back? Turns out that he just overthought it, and the ball just popped up in no man's land. He didn't do one or the other. Back underway now. 34 points to 18. 20 minutes to go. And Larrens says professional foul. Timoko should be in the bin. There was definitely a case for Jack Whiten being taken out in a kick chase in the lead up to all of that. Very big case. As now Paddy out of dummy half. Offloads for Laurie. On for Martin down the right edge now. The Raiders suddenly full of life. Scooped up by Weeks. Fends away from the first tackle. Brings it back infield. Fifth and last, 33 meters gain. That set. Sanders runs outside the 40 and puts the kick downfield. Taken by Graham, backing up. 10 out from his own line. He's able to bring it back to the 20. Oh, poor Dane Laurie just got bumped off. Oh, dear. Suspected Achilles rupture for Hudson Young. Ruled out of the game, obviously. We already knew that, though. Knee crumbler. Ahoy, mates. I will be doing the All Blacks Island game. Let's be honest, the All Blacks Island game is a lot more enticing than the Wars Dragons. Hudson Young, suspected ACL. Dear, oh dear. Cheese up to halfway on play 4. Here's Dufty. 40 meters out from the line. He almost breaks the tackle. Fifth and last. Has to play it 30 meters out. Ward puts the high ball up again. Campbell Graham chasing through. Well taken by Stewart again. Jed Stewart beats the first tackle. He's done extremely well here this second half. The Raiders well on top now. Here comes Starling into the fray. 150th game for Tom Starling. 18 and a half to play. 34-18. Susungi. 10 short of halfway. Scrambles to play the ball. Big Red. Looks to offload. Does. It bounces up for Starling. Fresh legs on the field. Fifth and last. Strange out of dummy half. He decides to run. Goes straight up the middle. Pops it back for Starling, who can't hold on. Fantastic work from Ethan Strange. But they just couldn't finish it off this time, the Raiders. 18 minutes left. 34 points to 18. The Rabbitohs. Can they hit back? Humphreys. 10 short of the halfway. He's driven back in a 3-man tackle. Big defense from the Raiders. Knee Crumbler, you're going for a more conservative score for the Waz. 1,000 to 0. Because those 1,500s haven't been working out for you. Just a slight little 500 points adjustment. I understand. Dufty out for Whiten here. Whiten shows the ball. Gets on the outside of his man, but he's brought down. It's slid across touch. Jack Whiten taken across the sideline by Jed Stewart. And what a monster of a second half Jed's had. Taken down. Stewart and Timoko do a number on Whiten. They're pumped up, the Raiders. They're going to finish strong here. Jed Stewart, man of the match, reckons Lucas. Certainly the man of the second half. 34 points to 18. And, yeah, it's... The Raiders have survived the onslaught from the Rabbitohs, and they've got themselves back on top. Weeks in at first receiver for Big Red. 4 defenders hold him up on the halfway. They can't even bring him to ground. Starling out of dummy half. Takes it to the 40. And runs into David Fafita. 5th and last. Stewart puts the high ball up. Pressure here on Campbell. Graham. It's batted back by the Raiders. Sits up for Graham. Offloads for Dufty. Dufty goes straight up the middle. And Big Red brings him down 30 metres out from their own end here. 15 minutes left to play. The Rabbitohs very bunched up here. Duncan out of dummy half. Takes a few more metres, but still inside their own half. Poor service from dummy half by AJ onto Totola. Carries it up to the halfway line. Cameron Murray back onto the field. That'll be huge for the Rabbitohs. Cheese out of dummy half. Straight up the middle. He's into the backfield, Cheese. Looks to offload to Cody Walker, who was tackled early. It sits up for Ewan Aitken, though. A metre out from the line. Front foot ball. They must score. Cody Walker dummies and goes over himself. 34-22. Kick to come. 15 minutes still to play. This one is not over just yet. There's still a little heartbeat in this game. Set up by Brandon Smith. The Cheese out of dummy half. Shrugging off Noah Martin to get into the backfield. Draws in GIO Weeks. And Cody Walker with the huge overlap to the left. Dummies. And slides through himself. Try confirmed. Baden, 5,000. Ahoy, mate. Odd Poppet says, please tell me it finishes 36-34 to the Bunnies. Wouldn't that be dramatic irony? That would be quite the ironic result. Ashton Ward. 10 to the left of the posts. Puts it through. And it's 34-24. 14 minutes left to play. And here we go, the Cheese. This was surely a forward pass as well from the Cheese. Baden, 5,000. What game is on after this? We will be switching over to the All Blacks, taking on Ireland in the Nations Championship Rugby. A blockbuster clash. Raiders get us back underway. 34-24. It starts in about 22 minutes. Rugby fella, ahoy, mate. Oh, high contact there on Totola. No call. Fafita gets it out for Cheese. Cheese keeps it alive for Totola. South's starting to get their offload game going here. 13 minutes left on the clock. Murray up the middle. Can they steal this one away from the Raiders? Dufty inside the 40. That's the fifth and last. That was a great set of 6. High ball. Stewart tracking back for it. In the end goal. He leaps from the field of play. Loses it backwards and over the dead ball line for a goal line dropout. Jed Stewart jumping from the field of play. Drops the ball backwards. And it's a result for the Rabbitohs. The Raiders have been kicking these restarts long. 12 and a half minutes to play. And they send it long again. Taking on the full on halfway. Here come the Rabbitohs. Ewan Aitken bringing it back into midfield. 34 points to 24. I love the story of the 36-34, Odd Poppet. Love it. Can they make it happen? Totola, almost to the 20. Ward, out the back for Dufty. Quick hands for Whiten. Slips the tackle of Stewart. No, he doesn't. He's been called held. 20 out from the line, just to the right of the post. Murray, up the middle. A settler on play 4. Cheese for Ward on this right edge. Whiten out the back again. Slips into the contact of Strange. Fifth and last. 10 metres out. Ward, crossfield kick. They've let the Bunnies take it. That'll be a handover a metre out from the line. Raiders ball. 11 and a half to play. Geez, you feel like they maybe needed that one. There's still time. Oh, Sasangi bobbles it. Jeez, the Raiders, they are making this difficult. Laurie shows it on the outside. Takes the hit up himself. 4 tackles gone, now 3 rather. My apologies for the Raiders. Tarpany back in field. Penalty Raiders. Big penalty. High contact on Tarpany from Davey Fafita. That's huge. They had them under the pump. And now a piggyback upfield. Raiders with a touch finder on halfway. 10 minutes left to play. That could have been the backbreaker. There's been a few moments that could have been the back-breaking moment of this contest, but you feel like that was a huge one. A lot to do in the final 10 minutes for the Rabbitohs. Sasangi breaks the tackle of the Chiefs. 20 metres out now on that right edge. Inside the final 10, they stay blindside. Weeks pops it back in field. Cheese puts a monster of a hit on Starling and forces the ball free. Brandon Smith racing up to put the hit on, and he forces the mistake from Starling. 9.5 minutes to go, but they've got to go a long way upfield. Oh, Brandon Smith, what a hit. Oh, what did Ricky just say then? Something about fudge in bed. Whiten beats the first tackle as he angles back infield, 10 short of the halfway line. Murray at first receiver for Walker. Out to the left. Dufty gets on the outside of the Colonel. Brought down just inside the Raiders half. Kalamatangi. Straight up the guts. 3 Raiders defenders bring him down. 8 minutes 40 left to play. 2 tackles left this set for the Rabbitohs. Ward dummies and he runs into Mariota. 5th and last, 20 metres out. Oh, Ashton Ward's hurt himself here, has he? No, he's got up and played it. Cody Walker off the left boot. Kicking out for Campbell Graham. It's lost forward by the Rabbitohs. Ah, the contest in the air, spill forward. Jack Whiten with the knock on. 8 minutes left to play. Let's see, Whiten and Campbell Graham. Oh, this is an escort from Timoko, surely. Oh, no escort, says the bunker. No escort. And then Weeks gets up above them. Weeks. Ooh. Who's touched this first? It's off Weeks first. This is off GIO Weeks first. Weeks into Whiten. This will be knock on Canberra. Oh, he's called it backwards by GIO Weeks. The bunker has called it knocked back off GIO Weeks. Forward by Jack Whiten. Wow. Controversy. The bunker just cannot stay out of controversy. He's called it a knock back from GIO Weeks. Raiders will get the scrum feed. 10 out from their own line. 8 minutes left to play. Wow. The Rabbitohs look to steal it, and they've given away a penalty at scrum time. The Rabbitohs have looked to hook the ball in the scrum, and the referee blows a penalty to the to the Raiders for a scrum infringement. Eight minutes left to play. 10 points the difference. A very, very interesting call by the bunker. Bengal Power says this is why the NRL is the worst refereeing in the sport. Lucas says bunker definitely tipped the Raiders to win. This still hasn't been anywhere near as bad as Thursday night, though. Mariota on halfway takes it into the Rabbitohs half here on play 4. 7 minutes left to play. 5th and last. Sanders puts the high ball up. Again, targeting Campbell Graham. It's lost forward by the Raiders. Dufty has it on his own goal line. And they'll come back for the knock-on. Well, they'll come back for the knock-on. Handover Rabbitohs. 7 minutes for the Rabbitohs to try and pull off a miracle. A dead-set miracle. Can they get that 36-34 and reverse what we saw in Perth? Not with defense like that. Huge hit from Ethan Strange. Folded Campbell Graham in half. Cody runs it in 2 hands. Can't sell the dummy on Noah Martin. 6 again here for the Rabbitohs. Aitken out of dummy half. Gets the offload. Dufty heads back infield. He's 10 short of halfway. Kalamatangi straight up the guts and into the Raiders half. 6 minutes left to play. 10 points the difference. Cheese scoops it up and goes left. Cameron Murray out the back for Walker. Short ball for Duncan. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball tonight, Tallis. Cheese off down the blind side. Martin grabs him from behind, 20 metres out. 2 tackles left. Johnston in to play dummy half. Walker brings it back into midfield. Murray through the hands. Dufty, cut out pass for Campbell Graham. 1-on-1. Slices back in field. And Stretch gets the try. 34-28. And a massive kick to come. Campbell Graham scores at last. We get a tick off the multi at last. The first one of the night. All right, strap yourself in for the final 5 minutes. $34-28, 5 to play. Can they steal it? The Rabbitohs. What a finish. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. This has not been confirmed. Try has not been confirmed. The bunker is going to have a look here at potential obstruction. David Fafita. David Fafita has been called for obstruction. Wow. No try, obstruction against David Fafita, penalty Raiders, and that pretty much seals it. That's the ball game. Penalty to the Raiders. Dear, oh dear. That is, look, that's one of those ones that to the letter of the law is correct. It's the law that needs to be changed. In fairness, it's the law that needs an overhaul. The bunker was simply applying the rules as they're written. Realistically, there was zero chance that Ethan Strange defensively was going to have anything to do with that play, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. 4.5 minutes to play. Mariota stands 20 meters out on the 5th and last. Sanders back inside for Laurie. Grubber's looking to Grubber into the in-goal. Dufty scoops it up. Rabbitohs with 4 minutes. Oh, and I've got to take that. Yeah, I've got to take that tick off the multi. I'm glad that wasn't like the last one that I was waiting for or something. Cameron Murray. Flat pass in midfield. Boy, that was tight. 2 tackles left here for the Rabbitohs. Cheese out of dummy half. Goes up the middle, and he's brought down just over halfway. Gets the quick play the ball away. Ward puts the kick up high. Rabbitohs chasing through. Weeks comes forward for it. It's batted back by the Rabbitohs. Taken by Savage. Oh, Dane Laurie, sorry. Dives on the loose ball. 3 minutes to play. You'd think they're home now, well and truly, the Raiders. Sanders put on his back in midfield, 20 metres out from his own end. Waste the World of Sports. All Blacks versus Ireland coming up next. We'll be going straight into that one. The Raiders have got the job done here. Just some more questionable bunker decisions. some more questionable refereeing decisions. When will it end? When will it end? Can we just get a game without controversy? The kick into touch with 2 minutes left to play. Well played there by the Colonel, who is very quickly developing into a solid number 7. But yeah, can we just get one game? All I ask is just one game without controversy. It's just not possible, is it? Primrose, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Much appreciated. But yes, Waste of Water Sports crew, we will be live momentarily for the All Blacks taking on Ireland. So do feel free to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Follow on TikTok and follow on Twitch if you'd like to keep up to date with all the games that we cover. A knock on against the Rabbitohs here just to sum up their evening. They're going to launch a captain's challenge. Well, this is a fabulous result for the Brisbane Broncos. The Broncos need to win all their remaining games, and they need one of the Rabbitohs, Dolphins, or Cowboys to lose at least 4 of their remaining games to stay in the hunt for the top 8. Moses Hennessy says ref has money on the Raiders winning. It's been odd, hasn't it? Steve Humphreys says, oh, I got to listen to Michaela. Ah. That's rugby for you, Dan, says Robert Peters. Yep. That's rugby. RMCSJ says Bunker's calls can change the game. Oh, absolutely. Nate says the ref is like Ashley Klein. Johnny, Tony, ahoy mate. Go the Mighty Raiders, 1-12. Christian Steele says, screw all that. I wish Savage scored. I wish I got one tick off the multi. I did say that was going to happen, though, didn't I? I said, I'm feeling so good about this multi. I'm feeling so good about my same-game multi. You can almost be guaranteed I'm not going to get a single tick. Primrose, thank you very much for the Go Popular over there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Successful Captain's Challenge. Oh, Johnny Michael, welcome back to the bench warmers, my friends. We've been missing you in the channel, members. Nice to see the badge next to your name once more. That's a badge next to one's name is pretty hardcore.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
Ewan Aiken now takes it up the middle. By the way, before this stream ends and the next one starts, All Blacks taking on Ireland. Waste of Water Sports, Wasted Knights in Sydney this year. After the season, it's going to be after the season. We're going to have a little party in Sydney because Sydney was the place that missed out last year. We did Brisbane, we did Melbourne. Sydney missed out. Wasted Knights in Sydney. We're coming for you this year. End of the NRL season. We're gonna rent out a little party space at a pub somewhere, and yeah, come and hang out with us on the Wasted World of Sports. More details as they evolve. Keep an eye on the channel for details surrounding that hangout party coming up at the end of the year. 20 seconds to go in this one. Michaela says Steve Humphries goes for the Bulldogs and playing his son's team later on as the referee blows full time on this one. 34 points to 24. Oh, it's still game on. Cody Walker's got it. The Rabbitohs looking for a consolation try. The flick pass back in field. Knocked on by Cody Walker. And that will be full time. 34 points to 24. The Raiders keep their slim hopes of finals footy alive. They also have to win every single remaining game. It's made a little bit more difficult with the injury to Hudson Young's suspected ACL, I believe it was that they said, which could be his entire season done. All right, West Water Sports crew, thank you so much for joining us for this one. We go live each and every weekend. Rugby League, Rugby Union, covering all the action. I'm going live momentarily for the All Blacks taking on Ireland, an absolute blockbuster of a Nations Championship clash. Rugby Union coming up next. So feel free to subscribe. Feel free to follow on TikTok and follow on Twitch. And we'll be live again in just a couple of minutes' time, ready for the All Blacks to take on Ireland. Cheers. I mean, I've really got to fly and get ready for that. Be back momentarily.